Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. Our game tonight featuring the Miami Heat as they go up against the Boston Celtics. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Take a look at the Heat. You know, tonight Greg's going to tell us a lot about how they match up in the series at both ends of the court.
Yeah, we can talk about how well these teams match up in terms of talent, but in terms of how they match up in style, that's what we'll find out right now.
Barnes can't get it to go. Gay kicks it over to Arenas. Pass to Durant. Spins. Back to Arenas. Fires from deep. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
Here's Williams. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
I mean, it's just fun to sit.
Now here's Arenas. Here's Dunleavy. And the rejection by Brand.
Perfect timing on the rejection there. This is the type of defense Brand can play.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside Williams. Back to Gordon. Hibbert with a screen on Gay. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Williams. Over Arenas. The shot by Williams, no good.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Here's Arenas. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
That's something Arenas does really well, finding angles and avenues on his way to the rack.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Barnes passes to Hibbert. Here's Williams. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from 14. Again, Williams missing. Miami's on 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Gay. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, it's important for Gay to be able to finish in traffic. I mean, he's so much better when he shows some physicality and toughness.
Out to Brand. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Tyson Chandler.
Boy, he basically willed that shot to fall despite the contact he drew. That was a heck of a play.
Rashard Lewis. He's checked in for the Heat. Battier comes in for Gilbert Arenas. So Boston going with almost an entire new grouping. Pops Mensah-Bonsu checked in for Hibbert. Aminu comes in for Barnes. Raja Bell, he's checked in for Gordon. And Chalmers in for Darren Williams. Bell, that's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. It's a tie ball game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. And the advantage he has is obvious. It's clear. I mean, just taking what the defense gives him there.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Heat lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here's Chalmers. Yao Ming picking up that last basket. Here's Mensah-Bonsu. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Here's Jeter. Pass to Yao. It's stolen by Bell. And now Chalmers pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break.
Good work spotting that gap and then exploiting it with a quality pass.
Here's Miami now. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play.
Oh, I love watching Lewis with the hammer on that one, refusing to just lay it up.
And so it's Chalmers with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 2. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Both teams will make substitutions. On defense, the Heat. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Williams gets the bucket.
And Williams feels comfortable pulling up from deep. Outstanding at just squaring himself up and pulling the trigger.
Arenas over Williams. Arenas can't hit. The Celtics have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Williams with the ball. Gilbert Arenas covering. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Barnes comes in for Al Farouk Amini. And Ben Gordon is subbed in for Bell. Now here's Arenas. Following the shot by Roy Hibbert. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside for KD. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
That was just a bad pass. There's no other way to describe it. It happens, but that was bad.
Raja Bell, he's checked in for Boston. The Celtics with the lead. Hibbert finds Gordon. Hibbert against Chandler. And Roy Hibbert, the bucket on the assist by Gordon.
And the huge, big body of Hibbert helping him make his presence felt inside.
On the wing, Battier takes the 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Celtics leading by 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lets it go from 11. Rejected by Arenas. And he gets it back. Here's Williams. Buried from 15 feet out. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
Looking more confident offensively. I think he's starting to find a groove.
Here's Durant. Durant uses his size in close.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
Here's Williams, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Boston on top, up 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Without question, Deron Williams displaying his skills today.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. Outside Arenas. Here's Dunleavy, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Excellent job working the pick and roll that time. Arenas, a very solid passer when he wants to be.
The Celtics shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Kicks it out to Gordon. Knocks down the 3 ball. Gordon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That's just excellent awareness right there. I mean, sensing the defensive overcommitment and then taking advantage of it. That's good basketball.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Brand. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Arenas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Arenas has got 7.
And such creativity from Arenas. Some of the ball handling moves he pulls out are just unguardable.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Arenas against Williams. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Jumps up. Durant finishing it off in transition.
And this kid, Durant, gets up in a hurry. What an incredible athlete.
Williams looking over the floor. Got a piece of it.
You aren't scoring on him at the rim. Forget about that. No way, Jose.
They now take the lead. He's got 8.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Gordon. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. A 2-point game. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's Williams with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
Tons of quickness and shiftiness off the dribble. Williams showing you what he's got.
And here's Gay outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Arenas has got his 3rd assist on the night. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Barnes outside. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Banked in off the glass. Barnes has got his first bucket of the night.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Kevin Durant, bullseye, money on the 3.
And off-the-chart potential for Kevin Durant, especially if he can hit that consistently.
Hibbert with a screen on Arenas. There's Williams with the 3, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Heat as they wrap up the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Celtics trail by 4. Hibbert inside. Chandler on him.
Yeah, like a huge, hungry grizzly bear. Hibbert feasting at the rim.
Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
You know, the athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
The Celtics shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Williams fires. Not going to go. The Heat leading by 4. Outside Durant. The 3 goes down.
A 3-level score. Durant is a pick-your-poison matchup for defenders.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Williams. Gordon. And there's the 3.
Well, that's a great pass by Darren Williams.
Miami's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Dunleavy, covered by Brand. No good on the layup. Celtics trail by 4. Williams, Barnes outside. Williams against Arenas. With the teardrop. Durant with the rebound. And it's Miami's ball. 1:04 left in the fourth. Williams against Gay. Williams in the post. Durant rips down the rebound. And Miami has possession. They lead by 4. And now we've got the intentional foul. Durant. The 3 is off. And it's Williams with the ball for the Celtics. That's in there.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Arenas. And he misses the J. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Williams against Arenas. Hibbert with a screen for Williams. Oh, what a play inside.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoner slam right there, guys.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Durant fires. Oh, my goodness!
Before the hole.
How about that?
Wow, that's an ending that we'll be talking about not just for weeks, but for years.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. A big playoff win for them. But what isn't a great big in the postseason, huh?
Great point. I really just love the composure with which they played tonight. It's easy to get too keyed up for postseason basketball, but they kept their heads and just went about the business of winning.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to Game 2 of this exciting NBA playoff series. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Miami Heat here at the American Airlines Arena.
Here we go.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Arenas against Williams. Hibbert with a screen on Arenas. To the wing on the left. And Hibbert with the basket on the assist by Williams. Take a look at the Heat. At this point, Greg, they've got a pretty good idea of what they need to do to win this series.
And in round one, coaching becomes a huge factor. You've seen what you're up against. Now it becomes a question of who can make better adjustments on the fly.
You know, the athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
Austin with the ball. Williams outside. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
Brand sets a screen for Williams. The kick out to Barnes. That three off the mark.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer three so badly.
From deep, Arenas. Hibbert pulls it in. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Gordon. Pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Arenas. And another miss by Boston.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Chandler with the screen on Williams. A three from Gay. Rebound by Elton Brand. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Gordon with it. Now Chandler defending. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
Well, he's not the quickest leaper. He actually doesn't leap that well at all, but Hibbert still can power his way to the rim.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Chandler a screen. Jeter the pass to Chandler. He takes it in.
Chandler getting it done. Nice job setting the screen and then rolled to the right spot at the right time.
Williams looking around. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And here's KD for 3. Good on the triple.
And off-the-chart potential for Kevin Durant, especially if he can hit that consistently.
Pass to Brand. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Hey, that's just not a smart pass. It's as simple as that. Was not a smart pass.
Boston making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Hibbert. And Sabansu comes in for Brand. And it's Chalmers in for Williams. To the left wing. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Buries it from three-point range.
Chalmers kept his eyes on the rim, playing with confidence.
Gay outside. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 1. You're watching 2K Sports live from American Airlines Arena. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
He hits the second from the line. Miami trailing. Here's Vaughn. Yao with a screen on Chalmers. To the middle. Yao, good. Yao's got his first points in this one.
You know, when Yao cuts like this, you got to try to get in front of him and impede his progress. Beautiful execution in the pick and roll there.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Vaughn, defended by Chalmers. Yao, good.
And this is where you feed Yao because almost no one is going to be able to block it.
Driving in. Bell's shot is good. 1:53 left here in the second. To the inside, Lewis, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, I love watching Lewis with the hammer on that one, refusing to just lay it up.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. And a new group in for the Heat. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Yao. Dunleavy comes in for Lewis. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Mason. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Vaughn. Now here's Gordon. Still scoreless. Chandler with the rebound.
I thought he had that one. I think he did too.
Durant for three. So smooth on the three from Durant.
Great touch from KD. Great range too.
Celtics trail by 5. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Hibbert with a screen for Gordon. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
And that's exactly the effort you like to see from Hibbert, finishing off the glass.
The Heat leading by 3. And here's KD for 3. That shot missing. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Celtics. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
Yeah, they made some spectacular plays in it right to the very end. Just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it. So you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
And here's Arenas after the three-pointer from Darren Williams. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Shane Battier.
Just a clever, multifaceted player who can really orchestrate an offense as well. Williams, the entire package at that lead guard position.
The Celtics making a switch here. Rand's checked in. And here is Williams. Pass to Hibbert. Battier with the steal. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Celtics leading by just 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Without question, Darren Williams displaying his skills today.
And with all the pressure he must have felt coming into this one, it didn't faze him one bit. Fantastic start.
Yeah, you know, I think he relishes the pressure, especially in a big game like this one. He really eats that stuff up.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Drains the three-pointer. Gay's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Heat.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Arenas.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scorers in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hands.
Now here's Williams. He has 6. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in. Williams has got 8.
Oh, deciding to take it himself. Normally, Williams is looking for a teammate, but if the D gives him that good a look, Darren's got to take that shot.
Gordon finds Williams. Back to Gordon. Puts the move on. He lays it in. Gordon's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Durant in the corner from deep. And Boston with the rebound. Hibbert's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Williams against KD. Nifty move. Williams' shot is off. Miami's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Oh, Durant imposing his will.
And teams are going to be physical with Durant, but he looks like he's up for the challenge.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
The Heat making a switch here. Battier's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Chalmers. He's checked in for Williams. Gordon with no one around. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Here's Arenas. Good ball movement here by Miami. From deep, Gay. The three-pointer is right on target. Gay's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Heat. Pass to Hibbert. Out to the wing. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's 8 points for Roy Hibbert.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That is his first foul of the game. Raja Bell, he's checked in for the Celtics. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. And there's a whistle that goes on Raja Bell. That's his first foul.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Bell. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Chalmers. And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
He gets it up. No good. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Williams, Barnes outside, stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Puts up a 3. He drills the 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Williams against Arenas. Right side, Williams. Off the glass.
Powerfully built for a point guard. Williams can create space, get himself looks inside with that strength.
Barnes against Durant. Gay. Lock at 6. Buries the deep ball.
What can they do? I mean, that's the question. Durant finds a shot he likes, and the mechanics are efficient and tight. Practically a sure thing when he lets it fly.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the three. We're good, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Williams against Arenas.
Because Brand is so strong, you've got to be physical with him, otherwise he'll go right through you, and as a result, the defenders often foul him.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits. Both good from the line that time.
A double-double threat and superb defender. Brand is exactly what you'd want from your big man.
Here's Durant. Jacks up a three. No good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Good on the basket.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Now here's Arenas. From deep. Corner three for Kevin Durant.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
1:02 left to play in the final quarter. Williams. And he hits from 17.
And you got to get out on Williams. When he's got room to shoot from that mid-range area, he's usually spot on.
Arenas with it. Now Durant. Fires the three. That does not go. There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Gordon. Good.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he commits the intentional foul. He gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He's at a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 8. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Now Williams lets loose a three, and it misses. A deep three, and good from way outside. It's in. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And you got to feel good about getting each and every game here in the postseason.
You know, Kevin, each game is just so significant and magnified. This has got to feel really good.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.